Morning all. Ooh. Ooh. I'm just now getting my coffee. We got 3 news pops this morning. We're gonna go over a little basics on MT4. Good morning, sir. Long time no see. Let's see. 3 news releases this morning. First one, I don't know if it's gonna move or not. I don't know if any of them are gonna move or not, but we'll straddle them. Let's see, I'm still looking at Forex.com and FXCM. I'm live on FXCM on my laptop, and I got Forex. This one is FXCM and Forex.com we got over here. No, this is Forex.com, I'm sorry, and I got FXCM running here, so. I'm just interested to see, because so far it looks like Forex.com this is Forex.com, and I am a mess. FXCM on the right, Forex.com on the left. Yeah. But once these pop, we'll go through. Hopefully, we get some movement. I'm not even interested, since these are both demo accounts. I'm not too interested in actually the results. What I'm interested to see is what the Forex.com spread is versus FXCM when a news release hits. But we'll see how it goes. Looks like we're gonna get 2 duds, 1 dud and a burnout and a burnout. And it looks like over on FXCM, because of spread, US CAD did pop, which is not good. And it's still not even in a green. I wonder what the spread was. This is why I'm not liking FXCM. I know you can't see it, but I'm not liking FXCM so much for US CAD. And see, US CAD didn't pop here, which means for the the news releases, it might be nice. It's so far that it was a pre-NFP. It was just kind of a dud. Nothing really hit. I'll check it here in a minute. I'm letting this one finish up. It should close out here negative. Yeah, this US CAD on FXCM went really bad. Not really bad, but I mean, the spread killed it. Let's put it that way. Yeah, let me go back so I can see. Yeah, the non-ADP is not normally a big mover. See, what we can see here is because of the spread on FXCM, it actually popped a trade when it shouldn't have, but that's fine. So I'm looking at it's all good, man. I don't care about caps. Let's see if it'll pull through. I doubt it. It had a freaking big support there that it hit. Even on a news release, it hit it and just bounced. On this, I only traded Euro USD and USD JPY live, so I haven't even looked at the results yet. I'll have to take a look at them there in a minute. And there it went. It closed. Good. Alright, so here, let me bring this over here. First thing we're going to look at is the spread on Forex.com for US CAD. I'm interested to see how bad it got compared to FXCM's. QL files. So today is the 30th, and we're looking for US CAD so we can look at the spread. And this is Forex.com. So let's just do file. Okay, close. File. Save as. I don't care where. Forex. This is just changing the name. Yeah, so I want to keep using it. Okay, now I need to get the FXCM one, and we'll take a look at the two. So give me a second. I'm over on the other side of the screen. MQ04 files, and we want US CAD again for the 30th. US CAD 30th. Copy. Paste. Alright, so let's take a look at the two. And we'll put Forex.com on the left, FXCM on the right. We're going to make it a little bigger. Okay, news release was at, let's see, for Forex.com it was at 13:15. So we'll just jump down there real quick. So 13:15. And it was at 15:15 over here. On the left we have Forex.com, on the right is FXCM. And give me a sec. I got the feeling my daughter's gonna come in here and be like, "Bye, Dad." Okay. So let's get to about 10 seconds before 15:50. Looking good. We see 4.2 before news. 4.2 is the highest. Okay, so right when news hits, we spike up to 6.5, 7.2, 7.3, all within the first second. And this is FXCM. Did I miss an 8 anywhere? Don't think so. Okay, so that was FXCM. Looks like we maxed out at 7.3. Forex.com, if we go through it, I'm looking. 4.5. Can we beat 4.5? Unless someone else sees it, I don't see anything higher than 4.5. Now, the one thing I do see is there's a few more ticks coming in on FXCM. But that's a, what, 3 pip spread difference? So, again, Forex.com came in better, which is surprising. Let me type it in. So that would explain why FXCM popped a trade and lost, and Forex.com I got a dud, which is what I want, a dud, since it didn't really move. Let's see. Let me send a little message real quick. We do have another report coming up in 8 minutes that I got to get ready for. So there's another news report in 8 minutes. It's just going to be US CAD again. But God, the cat's being annoying. Here, well, give me a second. Alright, so we got, what, 8 minutes to set up for the next news release. It's only US CAD, so we're not going to mess with that too much. Here, I'll minimize these and we'll come back to that. Let's see, so what we have up next, I'll show you real quick. Next is GDP-MM. 730. We've got a bunch of other crap in there with it, but none of it's high impact, so we're just going to focus on US CAD. So let's get that set up real quick. So Euro USD can get closed. USD JPY can get closed. closed, and closed. So all we're left with is US CAD. Okay, so let's F7 it. I'm going to drop this down for Forex.com to a straight 6 pip. I did 6.5 on FXCM because on US CAD because of the spread, but the spread here seems fine. So we'll do 730, and we are now set up for news for 730. Let me do it over on the VPS. Same thing. We're going to close our two charts. Y'all can't see it here. We're doing the same thing. We're just going to F7 it. Change it to, it's going to be an 8:30. It's because it's an hour. This is an East Coast server. And there we go. So we're set up for news for both. After that, we'll take a little bit of a break, and we'll get into the MT4 review. But right now, we just want to catch the news. It's in 6 minutes. Again, this is what is it? GDP for CAD. There, in case you didn't know. It's GDP. What does that mean? If you don't know what it means, click this. It's gross domestic product, GDP. And they release this on a monthly basis for some reason, which makes it for a meh release usually. So unless there's something quite crazy going on, we probably see a dud here. After that, we have up is crude oil inventories, and there's a possibility of movement there, but I'm not expecting too much out of this one. So we'll go into MT4 next. I had some pretty... Actually, we're going to review... give me a sec. Give me a sec. What am I doing? Oh, I'm answering a question. Hold on. Alright, so let's get rid of this. Since we got news in 4 minutes, it's nothing fun to look at. Sorry, I'm trying to get all the questions answered. After this one, we'll take a... we'll go over the results. We'll compare the spreadsheets again real quick. Give me a sec. Wow, what do we got? 3 minutes. I got time here. I'll just do a quick note to myself. Do I have stickies here? Thought I did. A sticky note. Cool. I don't know how to work them though. Not now. Let's see. Forex.com 4.5 FXCM. And close that. Don't save. FXCM 7.3. Now I can close that, and we're ready for the next trade. And let's get this over here so I can watch them both together. Sorry, if you don't know what I'm doing, I have dual monitors. I'm putting trades on each window because I like to watch what each one's doing. Isn't ADP the company which issues paychecks? In the United States, yeah, there is a company that issues paychecks called ADP. I'm not sure about other countries. But there's also ADP grocery store in some small towns. I think ADP used to be some kind of, I don't know, but sorry, I have stuff. Normally I don't have stuff over the YouTube screen so I can see what people are chatting, typing, blah. Fuck me. We got what? 45 seconds left. Straddle's already out. If you look, there's the straddle. It's gonna pop in pretty soon. I'm good on both sides. Straddle is there. Let's zoom this out a little bit because otherwise it looks like the straddle's tight as hell. And it looks like somebody made money on Pepperstone, and I lost on US CAD on FXCM. I still haven't got to check my live account because I didn't have US CAD on my live account. I only had Euro USD and USD JPY. It's not looking like we got enough of a move out of this one to do anything. Let's check it real quick. That one was a dud. 0.3 pips on this second one. Let's check on FXCM real quick. Oops. Ah, damn, I'm so confused with all my screens. Okay, give me a sec. What was I doing? Oh, I'm checking FXCM. 0.3 pips. Woohoo! So Pepperstone beat the shit out of me on that one. And that'll make them happy. 0.3 pips. Okay. And he got 6.5 on CAD, Pepper. So that's good. That means, let's see, what did he make then? So he lost 4, basically, 3.9, but he gained 12, 13. 13 plus 6 is 19. So he lost 4, gained 20, so up 14. That's pretty good. Give me a second, I'm going to answer a question. Okay, I'm distracted totally. Let me get back to FXCM and see what happened there. God damn, I'm having one of those days. I still need to check my live account. So FXCM demo on US CAD. I didn't even trade this one live. It looks like crap. Well, actually no, it was a 0.1 loss. A 0.1 pip loss. So Forex.com came in plus 0.3 pips, and FXCM came in minus 0.1 pips. Let's get the spreadsheets out again. And Robin, let me do the spreadsheets real quick, and then I will show you the indicator, the script. It's really simple. Just drag and drop it to. You have the. Here, let me close this so I can see if you type something. Okay, Robin, do you have the What am I saying? Robin, do you have the script first? It's in the new indicator pack on Mega, and you should have access on Mega now. And US CAD 1130. Here we go. Okay, so Robin, while I'm doing this, I'll just walk you through it. Just go to File, Open Data Folder, MQL4, and go to Scripts. Just like instead of an indicator, and drag it into Scripts. And then either open and close MT4 or compile an indicator. If it's easier, just drag it in, then close MT4 and reopen it. And let me get back to where I was. So File, Save As, Computer, Forex2. Let's do a comparison again. I'm honestly thinking, man, I might, after December, if this keeps up, I might close out FXCM and move to Forex.com. I need to take a look at their website, though, and see what how the accounts are, because if it's spread plus commission or what. Yes, okay. Now let me grab the FXCM spreadsheet. I saw you were looking at different spreads on Pepperstone, too, or different account types. And you would have been in profit with a different type of account type. Open data folder, MQL4. Where am I? Files. Copy. Exit. Paste. Yes, I know. Copy and replace. Alright, so now we're ready to go. Let's take a look at the difference on these two again and see which one performed better. And I'm sorry for this is for the US guys mainly, because the people in Pepperstone, you bastards, have it pretty good. Their spread seems to typically be lower, way lower. Okay, so this news release was at 1330 and 1530. So let's jump down to 1330 and take a look at spreads. On the left we have Forex.com, on the right FXCM. We're going to go through EA settings and then talk a little bit about NFP today also. I've been noticing some people like, one of the NFP one of the EA settings was completely, utterly wrong. Instead of updating every pipette, they were updating every pip. That's insane. I mean, that's going to get you some horrible results. Plus, it's leaving a lot of money on the table. Okay, so 1329, and we'll find 1329.50. Here it is. Mark it and scroll it up. Okay, let's try 1530. I'm looking for. I like to take a look at the 10 seconds before. Yeah, 1516. Now the only thing I do notice, and look, well, I'm gonna have to run a little bit of test. I do think FXCM has more ticks incoming than Forex.com. 1530. Let's go to 1529.50. And here's our first 50. Let's yellow it, and let's go through this. 2.9, 3.1. We pop up to 4.9 and then 5. Still, this is 1 second before the trade occurs. 5 pip spread at 59 over here. We are already up to, we've hit 6.1. Holy hell, look at FXCM, man. 12.9 pip spread on news release. Over on the Forex.com side, 1 second before, which didn't affect us. This is a 5 pip. Trade hits were at 4.8, 4.6, 4.9. Honestly, I think I could drop down my straddle size on these and pull in a little bit of profit with Forex.com. Okay, so let's take a look again then here. Max pip size, once that trade hit, and once that trade hit. Almost 13 pips, 12.9 and 4.9. That's a huge freaking difference. And this is for US CAD, because I want to bring US CAD into the swing since GBP USD is out of it. That is a really big difference. And that's kind of what I was looking for. Okay, so here, let me, on my handy dandy, the second trade was Forex.com, was 4.9. Hey, Robin, if you're still in, what was your max spread on US CAD? I want to see how... 12.9. Here's what I got today. The first trade was 4.5 and 4.9 on Forex.com. FXCM, I got 17.3. Or 7.3 and 12.9 on the second one. That would explain why I had a 0.3 win and a 0.1 loss. I'm lucky I only got 0.1. Well, I have the fail-safe set up, so it's all good there. Here, let me take a look at what you posted. You haven't updated, Robin, you haven't updated to the new one that I put in there. You're still using the old one. Put in the new one and it'll automatically put text on there for you. So get the new one from Mega. Here. I'll just see if I can link it for you real quick. Okay. So Forex.com is definitely starting to impress me. If it can hold in there for a month like that, FXCM will be dumped, and I'll let them know why too. But Forex.com spreads are holding steady. I have to get my spreadsheet fixed. I have it totally fucking jacked. I got pissed off yesterday when the internet was down and decided I was going to change everything around. And let's just say it's not a good idea to work when you're pissed off. Okay, so let's take a look at the EA settings real quick. Let me share the file with you, Robin. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. There, Robin, I just dropped it in Slack, so it should be there. Alright, so... this is Forex.com settings, or FXCM settings, which I think I could probably adjust these in for Forex.com, which will give me, I got about a month to play with them and we'll see. But if you're in the news group, guys, you need to take a look at these. Okay, so points away, we're running 60. This is for FXCM. This means it's 6 pips away. Initial straddle is, stage 1 is 200 pips away, and then we move down to... Okay, so back to where I was. This is just a quick review, guys, because I saw some settings that was kind of scared me. Okay, blah. 60 means 6 points away on stage 2. Stage 1's 200. Modified gap needs to be 1. I saw it at 10. What that means is it wouldn't update until damn near half a candle forms, where otherwise... Here, I'll just show you, because this is, I guess, kind of important y'all understand. End date at 7:30. Let's put this one at 8 o'clock. Stage 1, we'll put it at 60,000. Stage 2 at 50,000. And let's hit, and it should kick in right away. Unless I confused it by putting that so far out. Anyway, let's remove a couple zeros. I think that'll kick it in. It might not like looking out that far. 60 times. It's 15 minutes out. Oh, 60 seconds. There. That's. Because my internet's going to shit just like yesterday. Did the stream stay on or cut out? Someone let me know. Okay, so this is modify gap with 1. Now, if we watch, I'll zoom in on here. Oh my god, if my internet goes out again today, I'm going to shoot someone. This is modify gap set to 1. You see how these pending orders are moving with price? Price moves, as soon as a tick comes in, they're adjusted. Tick comes in, they're adjusted. Okay, so what I saw and why it's important, now let's put it to what I've been seeing on a few people's. Here's modify gap at what I saw. Now watch, price is moving, what are your pending orders doing? So your pending orders aren't moving at all. Look at how much that candle has moved so far. That's about these are three pip candles, so that's about a pip and a half, and we haven't had an adjustment. So you see why it's important to have it set correctly? Now it moved. See how much it had to move before it actually kicked in? So let's go back to what it should be and take a look. See how close that got? Now look at it. It's moving with price. It's not super smooth because we're based on ticks. Remember, a tick comes in, it adjusts to the tick. But we're where we should be now. No crazy shit. So make sure you're set up correct. So again, that is modify gap needs to be 1, not 1 0, 1. We want it updating every pipette. This is why people ask me why the VPS was important. If we're updating every say, I don't know, 1 pip, yeah, but as things start to move before news, your ticks are going to come in very rapidly. If you got a shit connection, your computer's bogging down, whatever it may be. It's not so much because these are pending orders, but we need to be able to get upon a pipette movement. Tick comes in, we get a pipette movement. We want to be able to send that back to the broker immediately and get it through and updated. Or otherwise we end up with, here's where it was, and price drops here, and it actually, because of our connection being so slow, the broker never got the update, and we got a shit entry. So that's really important to have the good connection, because since we're moving every pipette, it's going to keep a nice update. So what you see on your screen is you should see a nice smooth movement. Now we still have the issue, if we get one giant tick that jumps 10 pips, you're fucked. But there's nothing you can do about that, guys. And the likelihood of it happening isn't that great. Okay, so the last one, TP, I put mine at 3,000. Why? Because it's 300 pips up. That'll enable, just for the hell of it. Stop loss is 0. Why? Because I don't want a freaking stop loss in. I'm using max loss, which is not a stop loss. It just... The reason we're not using stop loss is because we got a trailing EMA on it. Okay, but max loss is different. It is not a stop loss. It only monitors the trade to see how bad. Now, on a typical day, we'll go 100. I want nothing more than a 10 pip loss. If I get a 10 pip loss, I'll be pissed. Well, I'm not pissed, but that's all I want. Year, month, date, time, this is all blah, blah, blah. We don't need to know about it. Stage 1, I have it at 60. Stage 2, at 5 seconds. Wait after, I have set for 6. A lot of y'all are starting to push wait after up. I will say it now, on a slow-moving trade with wait after too high, it's going to burn you. But I know nobody's going to listen, so we'll wait till somebody gets hit with a wait after that's too long. 7's about the max I would go. And just take my word for it. You get that wait after too high, a trade's going to pop that you don't want. It's just going to pop it barely. It's barely going to touch it, and it's just going to drop right back down, and you're going to get fucked on the trade. But everyone's going to keep pushing their weight out. I'm not saying everybody. There's a few people in the group that like to push things a little bit too far until they learn their lesson. So let's let them learn their lesson and post it up and hope to help everyone else out. But let me say, the max I would go on weight after is about 7. I do 6 because 5 for me is a little bit too fast, and 7 as far as I'll go, but 6 is a good middle ground for me. I wouldn't go past 7. I know some of you are thinking, but sometimes 10 seconds later it starts to move. Well, then fucking manually trade it. Do not set that weight after too high. It will burn you in the end, because what will happen is the trade will just happen, like, let's say this was news release, this candle. And then it slowly goes up, but it doesn't quite hit, and then it drops, and you decided to put in a wait after that's long. This wick goes higher than here, it pops a buy, then it just drops down and plows through your shit. Don't set wait after too high, please. I'm warning you now. Keep it 5, 6, or 7. 6 for me is a good middle ground. If I miss the trade, I miss the trade. Remember, guys, you're playing it safe, not aggressive when you're doing this. OCO is true. That means when an order cancels order. So when a buy is hit, the sell is canceled. When a sell is hit, the buy is canceled. Don't have to worry about anything here, so stay out of it. Risk money management to false unless you're using a stop loss and a take profit. I covered the benefits and the disadvantages of that. But everything here pretty much you can set your lots manually if you're using the lot size calculator I gave you. That's what I do. And here we want to keep this the same. So that should cover the settings, guys. If you have questions on them, let me know. Look, I'll go back to them roll again. For FXCM, depending, like US CAD, I'm doing 6.5 or 7. For FXCM, Forex.com, I'm at 6. I have the feeling Forex.com is going to be a hybrid in between FXCM and Pepperstone, that we might have to adjust Rinko size a little bit and pull this spread in, maybe to, I'm thinking 2.5 and 5 for the bare minimum straddle with a 2.5 Rinko box. For Forex.com. I think Forex.com is going to be pretty competitive with Pepperstone. If anyone gets a chance, let me know what your max spread was on Pepperstone today for those 2 trades so far. I'd love to see it. Forex.com pulled in 4.5 on the first and 4.9 max on the second, where FXCM pulled in 7.3 on the first and 12.9 on the second. That was a mouthful. Okay, so what else do we got? And right now I'm playing it too loose. I know that sounds weird, but right now these settings, I'm using the FXCM settings on Forex.com, and it's too loose. It should be making a little bit more money than it did. It should have made more than 0.3 pips, that's for sure. Okay, so I'm going to take a little break. It is 7:52. We got the bell. That covers the morning news that we had. Next up is going to be oil at around 10:30 Eastern, 9:30. We'll come back and we'll do the review on MT4. I'm waiting on one person to get with me so I can log on to his computer. I am tired. If we have questions, go ahead and get them out there in Slack so that I can answer them. We're going to go over NFP when I come back mainly and talk about NFP. So if we have questions, let me know. The person that I've been waiting on to do the MT4 basics isn't on. I think it's too late for him. So I might just record it. But I need a few minutes break. So let's see. It's 7:53 now. How about 8:15, 9:15 Eastern? We'll come back. We'll talk a little bit about NFP. We did go over the settings again. Please make sure you double check your settings and that they work, that they are correct. And that's it, guys. So give me 15 minutes and I'll be back. 15:20. I'll be back around 8:15, 9:15 Eastern.